Why, hello there YouTube, and welcome to a Who review. Yes, so it's another Saturday for a Who review. So, today I am reviewing Doctor Who, Genesis of the Daleks. So this is a 1975 serial that stars Tom Baker as the Doctor in his first encounter with the Daleks. Yes, the Fourth Doctor's first encounter with the Daleks. So, the Timelords task the Doctor by going back in time and destroying the Daleks, or at least altering their future so they would become less aggressive creatures. Of course, the Time Lords see how the Daleks are evil. Along the way there, the Doctor is sent back to that moment on Skaro at the dawn of the Daleks' creation, and discovers that they're being created by a twisted, mad scientist called Daros. Yes, which partly inspired my name on this channel, Daros. Yes, and of course, Davros, once he sees the Doctor and the Doctor knows everything of his creation, he wants to find ways to make them even more powerful and more unstoppable by removing all emotions. Yes, and the Doctor has to find a way to stop the Daleks, but of course, well, I don't want to tell you all that. It's a good episode, it's a good serial, and I want you to watch it. You know, this is a classic serial I can't recommend enough. So, let's get to my likes and dislikes about this serial. So first of all, the likes. I love Tom Baker in this. This was the first classic Doctor Who serial I remember getting on DVD and watching it over and over again. I just love this story. I love Tom Baker in it. You know, I even dressed as him for comic relief in 2007. And I thought he did brilliant in this. Not to forget Elisabeth Sladen as Sarah Jane Smith. And of course, Harry Sullivan in this, who was a companion of the Fourth Doctor's. They both travelled with him, and they were great supporting leads in this. But of course, one that stole the show was Micheal Wisher as the infamous Davros. The original Davros, the first actor to play Davros, only this was his first and last appearance as the crippled Khaled scientist. So yeah, I just liked how menacing and evil he looked. I mean, back in the 70s, apparently this scared the hell out of kids, and I can kind of see why. You know, he was just really evil and insane. But of course, what happened with the Daleks was his own doing, because when the Doctors told him the knowledge of what they would become, he was unaware that the Daleks would turn on him. Yeah, evil Davros making his creation evil. Yes. Yeah, I like the Daleks in this as well. These were like the grey standard Daleks, which did appear in the show quite often, a lot, throughout the rest of the 70s and the 80s. Yeah, I like the Daleks. I also liked how this set things in motion for the Doctor and the Daleks. You know, this set everything in motion for the Doctor and the Daleks, because the Doctor, because of this story, that is why the Doctor and the Daleks are heinous enemies, and that is why the Daleks also fear the Doctor, because of what he can do, or what he had the power to do back in this story, because there is a moment in this where he has the choice to end it all by putting two wires together and stopping them. And of course he hesitates because he doesn't want to become someone evil or more ruthless like them. So in many ways he kind of postponed the Daleks' evil and that for a while, and that. So yeah, before the serial, the Daleks, the original serial with William Hartnell, you know, they had an encounter with the Fourth Doctor. So yes, but yeah, this was a fun serial to watch. There's 6 episodes, all 25 minutes long each. and I thought this was, enjoyable. The effects, now, I will get to a bit of a dislike on the effects. The effects weren't good. Bear in mind it was 1975, and, back in those days, it was breaking effects. But I could look at it and think, yeah, that's just, animation alteration and putting it and that. But still, I can't complain about this story. It was a good one. Terry Nation, the creator of the Daleks, he's known for not just creating the Daleks, but writing nearly every single classic Dalek serial throughout the 60s and 70s, and I think he wrote it in the 80s as well. But yes, Terry Nation's writing for the Daleks was brilliant, and the Daleks, he has a lot to thank for them, because they made him a real overnight success. And the Daleks have stood the test of time, because they're still in the show to this very day, still doing their evil biddings and their exterminations. So yeah, I love this one, and I think it's brilliant. Tom Baker puts up a great show, but also Micheal Wisher as Davros. This was the debut of Davros, the first time we ever met him, and he's been coming back a lot ever since, reoccurring and that. I mean, after Genesis of the Daleks, we didn't really see him for about at least 4 years, until the 1979 serial Destiny of the Daleks. Then we didn't see until the 5th Doctor's run, Resurrection of the Daleks, and then Revelation of the Daleks, then Remembrance of the Daleks, and then after that we didn't see him until 2008 in the revived era, in The Stolen Earth and Journey's End, and then it was about, it were about 7 years before we heard from him again in the Series 9 opener, The Magician's Apprentice and The Witcher's Familiar. Davros is one of my favourite Doctor Who villains in this, and he's also a monster as well, I would say as well. But there's so much history with the Doctor and Davros, especially given the events of The Magician's Apprentice and The Witcher's Familiar, with Davros, just that, seeing him as a kid and that. Mind you, what actually happened when the Doctor saved him? We don't actually find out, but still, he makes Davros evil and that. I always wondered, did Davros know and still have those memories of the 12th Doctor from being a child, but he kept it quiet because he didn't want to rip the fabrics of time? Maybe I should do a whole theory on that. I do want to bring back Who theories. I may start doing them as a monthly thing, because I really lack in them, don't I? Anyway, back to this review. So, yeah, this story, one of the best Doctor Who stories I've ever told, I think. And I can see why. So, yeah, let's get to my final thoughts and ratings. So, the Genesis of the Daleks is an entertaining story. A bit of a slow first episode, but it definitely picks up by episode 2, and it's just a fun serial, 6 parts, and of course the next serial does carry on. It carries, with this story, the story arc for Genesis of the Daleks is wrapped up, but then it carries on with Sarah and Harry in the next adventure, which was Revenge of the Cybermen. But yeah, this was a fun serial. Like I said, when I got it, I watched it quite a lot, so I recommend this. And you know what? I'm giving this 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 for Doctor Who Genesis of the Daleks. So, that has been my Who review on Doctor Who Genesis of the Daleks. So let me know down in the comments below, have you seen this one? Do you like it? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know all of this down in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are down below in the description. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So I have been Davros, the Whovian. And yeah, until next time, run for your life.